All right, East Alabama and West Georgia, Dr. Don back in here with you in the Southern Union State Community College Live Severe Weather Center as we are continuing to watch storms across Alabama tonight. And, so we left you about 45 minutes ago and we were okay. Now we have that same thunderstorm complex that spawned the possible tornado near Selma has re-intensified, so now we have a new tornado warning. I'll just read it for you. The National Weather Service office in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Autauga County in central Alabama, northwestern Elmore County in east central Alabama, southeastern Chilton County in central Alabama. This warning is valid until 9:15 this evening. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Vida Junction, or about 15 miles southwest of Prattville. About 15 miles northwest of Prattville, moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. So that storm is still in Autauga County, getting very close to the Autauga County-Chilton County line, maybe a little bit southeast of the Enterprise community up there in Chilton County. This one is going to be on a very similar track as the tornado we saw earlier today. Maybe it is a little bit east of the track earlier today. It looks like this one may cross into Chilton County and maybe cross I-65 a little bit south of the Verbena exit, which is where the tornado passed over earlier today. All right, so you folks up here in Coosa County, particularly up there around Kelly's Crossroads, Hyssop community there along 231, and then later on down the road, Goodwater and perhaps Alexander City will have to deal with this storm. But for right now, the location of greatest concern is extreme northern and northeastern Autauga County, extreme southeastern Chilton County, and southwest portions of Coosa County. That is a brand new tornado warning that has been issued for a thunderstorm that has gone severe. Now, I really think the National Weather Service is having some data issues. Their polygons are for instance, this yellow polygon you see here, that was for a severe thunderstorm warning for the same cell, and then it was upgraded to a tornado warning, but our severe thunderstorm polygon is still on there. But kind of ignore that because it's been upgraded to a tornado warning. Here comes a new volume scan. And yeah, that looks pretty impressive. So let's go down here and let's go to look at low-level shear. Yep, there's some there. There's definitely mid-level. Back to reflectivity. Look at the composite. Now let's get out of that. Let's go to the Birmingham NexRad. It'll take just a minute for that to load up. While that's loading, you folks up here in East Alabama, you're okay right now. But we've got to keep an eye on this thunderstorm complex down here in extreme northern Autauga County and extreme southern Chilton County, because that will rotate up into East Alabama. Question is, will it still be producing a possible tornado when it does that? And y'all just bear with me. We are having data issues this evening. It's not us. Weather Service has really been struggling here lately with some server issues. Hopefully it'll load in just a second. Deborah Williams is up in watching us this evening up in Tennessee. Any threats to Roanoke, Randolph County? Not immediate, but if this trend continues, we may have something to deal with. All right, folks, I'm going to have to completely close. Bear with me. I'm going to have to completely close the program and restart it. You know, that generally fixes data problems. Just reboot. Yeah, but that's not fixing it either. Let's see if it'll update on this next scan. Yeah, that's not working. All right, let's go back to the basic. All right. The only thing about this one, it just doesn't give me quite the detail I want to look at. But the Weather Service says we have a tornado, a possible tornado, so we're going to go with that. So this tornado warning is in effect until 9:15. Again, it is for the following counties: extreme northeastern Autauga County, northwestern Elmore County, and southeastern Chilton County. The storm pretty much exiting Autauga County now. It's right on the line. So it's about to move up into Chilton County, a little bit to the south and east of the Enterprise community, crossing over I-65 there just south of the Highway 22, Highway 31 interchange with I-65 there. Just south of the Alabama Emergency Management Agency headquarters, which is right there just south of the Peach Park on I-65. So it's crossing over there, and it's going to continue moving off to the north and east. You folks up there in Coosa County around Kelly's Crossroads, you should be going to your safe place now. And here's an update from the Weather Service. National Weather Service Office Birmingham continues the tornado warning for Autauga and Chilton County at 8:50 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Marbury, or 11 miles southeast of Clanton, moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon Smith. I appreciate your kind words. Okay, now the National Weather Service is canceling the tornado warning for Autauga and Chilton. So they updated it at 9:50, continued the tornado warning, and at 9:51 they're canceling the tornado warning. So that's the problem. I can't get over to the velocity product to see if what it actually looks like. All I can see is the reflectivity because we're having data issues. But they have dropped the tornado warning. And that severe thunderstorm box right there is not valid either. So, this storm dropped a tornado warning down in Dallas County about an hour or so ago. And then it weakened, and then it strengthened again and prompted a tornado warning there for about 15 or 20 minutes, but now it's weakened again. So this storm is kind of pulsating. It'll ramp up, and then it'll weaken, and it's ramping up again, and now it's weakening again. So we're going to have to really watch this as it gets up into central Alabama. While I was on break, I had an opportunity to go look at some data, and I got to tell you that the Storm Prediction Center is still rather concerned about the weather setup across Alabama and Georgia going into the overnight hours. So even though we don't have a lot of tornado warnings, actually we don't have a tornado warning at all out there right now. There is certainly a possibility that these storms will intensify as we go throughout the remainder of the evening into tomorrow morning. The only severe thunderstorm warning that we got right now is down here in southwest Alabama, and that is for a line of thunderstorms stretching from about Thomasville down to about Jackson, moving off to the east. So you folks around Camden, Monroeville, be aware of this line of thunderstorms. The most vulnerable atmospheric conditions right now is kind of in this area, because this part of Alabama hasn't been raked over good with rain today. So this line could certainly intensify at any time. I mean, you have a severe thunderstorm warning now, but this could certainly spin off a tornado with very little warning. So you folks down here around Camden, Monroeville, and then down to eventually down there to around Bruton, I need to pay attention to that. This severe thunderstorm warning box up here south of Clanton, ignore that. That shouldn't be there. Yeah, it keeps coming back when I clear it. So anyway, that's a data issue with the National Weather Service. We'll get that cleared up, or hopefully they'll get that cleared up shortly. So we're going to continue to watch this storm here just south of Clanton. But for the moment, it's showing no signs of producing a tornado. Zooming all the way out, you see East Alabama. Other than this storm coming up into Coosa County, there's nothing else going on right now. So let me go over here and look and see if there's any questions. Amber's asking the question, it's been awfully calm in the Roanoke area. Will that make could that make us more unstable later? Yeah, really, not really. You always hear the saying, the calm before the storm, but there's really nothing behind that. You've been receiving some light rain, maybe some mist in some locations across East Alabama. It's very, very light. But that's been keeping the atmosphere kind of cool. But here's the deal. In this type of setup, that really doesn't play a factor. I mean, it can to a certain degree, but the issues that's causing this severe weather is more so in the upper levels of the atmosphere than it is at the surface. This is not a surface-based instability type setup. This is the situation we have gotten. What makes it a particularly dangerous situation is the veering of winds at different levels of the atmosphere. In other words, you have winds blowing to the northwest, and then you go up a little higher and you've got winds blowing back to the northeast, and so that causes things to spin when you have different wind direction at different levels of the atmosphere, and that wind is pretty strong up there. So any thunderstorm that develops gets kind of caught up in that upper level veering, and it causes those storms to rotate, and then that's what drops a tornado. So even though it's been kind of cool and rainy across East Alabama, that may help from having widespread severe weather. But we certainly could have an isolated storm or two, such as this one that's in southeast Chilton County, that could start to rotate again. So we're going to watch that as it continues to move on off to the north and the east as it gets up into Coosa County and Clay County. But for right now, we have no warnings. So again, we are going to step aside, continue watching this, and if we go back under another warning, I'll be right back with more severe weather information. You're watching Severe Weather Information on Dr. Don's weather page, brought to you by Southern Union State Community College. Stay weather aware, and I'll be back as soon as necessary.